You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Welcome back to the Kop TV, myself AGT and my little sister Rubes. Before we get into Tottenham 1, Liverpool 2, make sure you smash the likes. I'm sure you're happy right now. I'm sure you want to comment as well with your thoughts on the game, and subscribe if you haven't already to not only Ruby, the Kop TV, DR Sports, Doyle Freestyle, who's coming up next as well.
Yeah, boy.
Ruby!
Hello!
The first away win of the season. We watched it together. Magic Mo. He gets the 2 goals that win us the game. I am buzzing with that full-time whistle. Nervy, squeaky bum time last 10 minutes.
We're buzzing, but at the same time, we really wanted it.
Yes.
Like, we wanted that whistle to blow. In the sense of, you were telling them to take to the corner flag at the 80th minute.
Yeah.
Like, they did have us by the throat in the second half. And I think we could have, both of us weren't too happy with the substitutions. This is doing my head in. Everyone going on about the penalty.
Thoughts?
I'd love to know what you guys are thinking as, like, not only Liverpool fans. It's not going to be biased, because I know for a fact that the people that are regulars on this channel are realistic. They'll say that was a pen or that wasn't. But what a game. What a game.
Yeah. No, unbelievable. You can see Conte smacking the ball out of Pep Linda's hand, got a yellow card, Klopp telling him just to calm down. Look at Klopp, he's just going, what are you doing, you sausage? I think they're asking him about his temper now, but he is upset because, they've lost the game, and at the end of the game, look, he gives a little handshake back to Pep and gives him a nice hug. So it's all well and forgiven, the heat of the moment. Talking about them subs, I mean, when the number of Darwin came up, I was a little bit disappointed just because of the game that he had, especially in the first half. But to bring Curtis and Hendo on, were they maybe, I mean, listen, we won the game, but were they the best decisions, the best subs to make for you?
100% not. I think if you look at the substitutions that Spurs made and the difference that they made in the way the team was playing, and just as a whole, was a lot different to the substitutions we made. Like Henderson, I feel like anytime, usually he's like the Milner in a game like that. If Milner's not on already, he's the mature player that you want to hold the game, lead the game through to the end. I feel like any time he got the ball, he was just losing it. Like, he wasn't the Henderson we know, and we love and stuff like that. But I don't even know what Curtis was on for at that point.
It was a bit early to bring him on, I thought. If you're going to bring him on for that, I mean, he replaced Darwin, and then it was kind of the Ox and Salah was up front by the end.
To be honest, Ox had about, 5 minutes, and had more significant ball turnovers and holding it up towards the corner flag. It wasn't a corner flag. It was throw. You know what I mean?
He did well to
he done a lot more than what like Curtis and Henderson both done combined in comparison. Do you know what I mean? But substitutions, I think they were very, very, very poor. Could have threw one more very in, but yeah.
Well, let's talk about the positives now, because it is a massive win. It is our first away win. And, straight after the stream, I said, just imagine if we'd beaten Leeds and Forest. We'd be so much higher up the table. But you can't take this away from Liverpool, because Tottenham, they won last week. They won in midweek. They were really buoyant. Obviously, we haven't been in good form either. But to come away and win 2-1, I think mentally it's a massive accomplishment for these Liverpool players who just haven't been able to make that away win happen this season. When you've got players like Konate at the back, Salah in attack, it's great crack. Sorry.
Did you just...
Well, you don't have to laugh. It's fine. No one else is. But you know what I mean, though. Konate and Salah, top players today. What a great defender Konate is at such a young age.
Yeah, 100%. You can't ask for more from an attacking player, and then to have it parallel in a defensive mode. You literally can't ask for more. We thought that he might potentially come off at some point because of the injury he went down with, and obviously he's just come back from an injury. But to bring Gomez on, push Trent a bit further up. Personally, I would have liked, whether he pushed Trent up as well, I would have liked to see Calvin Ramsey have a good few minutes in, just to see what he's like within our team, and if he could have brought anything towards the end, when we were clearly very, very clearly struggling.
Stretched,
Yeah. I would have liked to see him have a good few minutes on then, but I think the team we brought out, we couldn't have asked for more. We've got a lot of players out injured, and we've got a lot of things we'd like to do but can't do because of these players that are out injured. So I think we done the best with what we could. Even having Milner out as a minor concussion makes a huge change, because he would have done a lot more than Henderson done. Do you know what I mean? And I think we done the best with what we could do, and the best we come out with was 2-1.
Yeah, massive win for Liverpool.
Huge.
Talk about Mo Salah, the first goal, incredible football really from Liverpool. Darwin, the one thing, and we have to give Darwin his flowers today, because he might not have scored, gets the assist, gets a pre-assist on the other one as well, but the awareness that he showed to receive it in the box, and maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago he takes a touch and swipes at it, goes over the bar, everyone goes "Way!" and he loses that confidence. But to have the ability in the box to bring it down, have a touch, look up, find Salah, great first touch, and then what a finish for the first one.
I think if anything, it shows the growth that he's came under Klopp in such a short time. We've all, like me and you have both said from the start, he's got a lot of potential, but at the same time, he is very young. So I think going through these sessions and having these half an hour's, 20 minutes at the end of big games for us, when he's come on as like a super sub type of thing, he might not have put the ball in the net, but he's adapting and he's learning, because he doesn't speak English. He's never played in this league before, and we've got a completely different style of play from last season, never mind to what he's used to. So I think what he's shown today has been a very, very good thing on the fans' part. Like, he's not necessarily played left forward before, but
we liked him there tonight.
It's fitted him a lot better than if he's just up top by himself. If he feels a bit stuck, of course there was moments where he should have laid it off quicker, or he should have done this or that, but what he brought to the game today, you couldn't ask more for. Yeah,
overall performance brilliant really from Darwin. And then the second goal before half time, we were both saying Tottenham come alive in the second half, so you have to make sure you can almost kind of kill the game off in the first half. And with that second goal, Salah just alert onto the mistake from Eric Dyer, and when he's one-on-one in that position, you saw it against City as well, I knew he'd finished that.
We were saying though, like, he's not much of a dinker. He's usually hard and low, and that was a heavy dink. It wasn't just a dink, it was a heavy dink. And the guys were saying, like, oh, we give it to him, but you give the ball to him outside the box, he's still got to not only convert, but make something out of it. And he did that. And going for a dink rather than a hard and low that he usually goes for has allowed him to get that second goal.
No, I agree.
Because everybody knows he goes hard and low. But given that little dink, it was cheeky.
Very cheeky.
It was
indeed.
cheeky.
Cheeky man, Mo.
But it got him the goal.
Absolutely. 2-1 win, massive for Liverpool, on 19 points now. Still only 5 league wins, which is still shocking. But going
it's not
into
our focus.
It hasn't. Well, it was at the start of the season. Now it isn't. But in the week, Derby in the League Cup at Anfield Wednesday night. Southampton have just sacked their manager.
Yes,
by the way,
have.
Ralph
Breaking
Hasenhüttl.
news.
Breaking news next week. Do you think if we win those 2 games, we go into the World Cup in a much better mood?
To be honest, I couldn't care less about the World Cup. I'm not going to lie. You know that anyway. The Women's World Cup or Women's Euros, completely different ball game. But World Cup, I don't even support England. I support France. So I could not care less about that. It's just about the players' morale.
But going into this though, this week, if we win these 2 games, Liverpool have that the month break, and things are starting to look better when we come back if we can get through to the next round of the League Cup and also beat Southampton at Anfield.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've kind of thought that every time we've won a game in the Champions League. So I think at the moment, the way we're playing, and we as fans, we don't know what our aims are, what we're focusing on as a team, as a club. So I think we've got to just take every game as it comes. And like Mario was saying in his big motivational speech, we just need to be cheering if you're at the ground or if you're an away fan. You just need to be being a proper fan. You need to be with them, whether we're losing or we're winning. We need to just be there and showing that fandom and that support that we love to give anyway.
Yeah. Rubi, AGT, Kop TV, big up. 3-point collectors Hold tight the Redmond.
You know that. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stands, for a lot more Liverpool content.
Remember to check out our Shopify store for this beauty and much more. It's the new Luchito's Way Diaz t-shirt based on Luis Diaz and Carlito's Way. It's out now, designed by Rubi.
And there's going to be so many more.
There is. Make sure you're involved. Go and buy this now and use the Kop TV 15 for a little discount if you want.